Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation. That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
Good Sunday, good afternoon. How are you doing? You okay? Right, so what are we doing? We're antenna switcher, CNC PCBs for the lead and the base. So I've gone ahead and make some PCBs, double-sided copper clad 1.6mm. I had some left over from when making your own PCBs was a thing back in the day. Anyway, so I printed 4 of these rings. 2 failed and 2 was okay, so not quite sure what's going on. Basically it fails near the top, but I got 2 good ones out of it. So I've gone ahead and printed the parts to build one up. So let's see. Let's have a look at that. So I've made these out of copper just so I can try it. We've got to see if the shield will work, see if it'll actually work, or whether I've got a feeling I might have to loosen these off, fasten this down and then push these on it, then tighten them. I've got to don't know until we try it whether there's enough pressure to hold it over. There might be. We'd have to try it continuity. Anyway, so let's just get on with that then. What have we got? The first thing. The first thing I'll show me milling it out. Before I do that, let's just make sure we've got some audio. We'll have to try. Yeah, we've got some audio. So let's just go to the folder and bring up some videos of me milling. If I can find them. Let's have a look. That must be them. And I'll put them into order. So view details. We're on details. Alright, that's the one. So we'll do the first one first. That one. No, that one. Okay, so here we go. I'll just bring this over here. This is just I'm going to just go through quickly. I'll start it again. So a couple of copper clad 1.6mm double-sided PCBs. I used to buy these for isolation routing on my prototypes. I had a couple left over. So I've super glued them down with masking tape, and it's milling out the G code for the lid. So let's just go forward a bit. Let's do it cutting it out. So it just goes round and does 0.2 of a mil each pass. I could have done more, but this will mill out in aluminium as well if you wanted to. I've changed the milling bit to a 2mm bit. And that's it on the screen, and showing you the tool path. So anyway, we'll just jump past it. Should be cutting it out now. I'm just blowing the dust off. There it is there. I don't know if I'll try and lift it. I might do. So I've gone ahead in the background and filed and took the burrs off with drill bits, so that's just okay as it is. So you get the idea. You have to go around and touch up the burr with a file. Anyway, let's get on to the next one, which is more of the same. So I managed to get 2 out of 1 piece. I think these are 160 by 100, and I just about got enough space to. You have to be careful though. You haven't got any much waste. So let's just drill. So I've done the two bases. These are the bases. So I'm just jumping past it here. And that's that bit done. There's me releasing it from the stone. Yeah, anyway. So I've gone ahead and filed them. Right, so for completeness, let's just go through the other 2. Now this now is doing the lid with the ball bearing slots. So we've got the ball bearing slots going on here. Let's just jump through it. This is a Chinese 6040 CNC. I've had it since 2014, I think. I bought it. Cost about £1,200. Already imported into Portsmouth in a container, no doubt. So no import duty to pay on it for some reason. I don't know how they do that, but anyway. So I've had it a while. I used to isolation route my PCBs with a V-bit and make my prototypes that way, but then PCBWay and JLCPCB, very cheap now. It's not worth my labour, so just wait 6-7 days and send the files and they make them for you, and they're a damn sight better as well. Although it's amazing what you can do reproducing your own if you do the right technique. So it's best to retain the skills. It's best to retain the skills in case things go tits up and you can no longer get your PCBs made. You still can make them yourself. See, I made a bit of a mistake. I ordered 30. I thought I better get them while I can, so I ordered 30. That's okay. So I've got 30 to build up of my actual controller. So let's just go through this. Yeah, so it's pretty accurate. It's accurate to 0.04 of a millimetre, apparently. 0.04 of a millimetre. It's got ball screw technologies. Right, that's the end of that. Let's just fetch them out, release them from the stone. Let's just picking them off. There's your masking tape that's glued down. That's the best way of holding anything down. Masking tape and super glue. The masking tape just peels off the back of it and it doesn't move. It's a pretty good way of doing it. Saves all the clamps, because the clamps force the corners down and they end up bending it anyway. Right, so there's that. Okay, so there's a little montage or collection of the bits. Right, so what have we got? We've got, so I need to print another one of those lids. Yeah, another one of these things here. So I printed one there. Yeah, I've dumped all the other ones. So let's print one of those while we're waiting. Yeah, so what I've got to do now is assemble it. Let me just get one of those on the go. I've just finished printing one of these that failed. Actually, here it is. Here is the one that failed. I put one in the bin yesterday. Now, the reason it failed is one of the lines is actually missing. Yeah, just there. There's a ridge on it. You can see a little ridge there. Tiny ridge. And that's missed a line, so it's actually lower. It finished lower, so I don't know what went on there. And if I measure it, we've got 24 and a half. If I go around to the bit that's okay, we've got 24 and a half, so somewhere it's slightly low. That's 24. That's 24. So it's 0.5 of a mil lower. Can you still use it, even if it's 0.5 of a mil lower? Not sure. But I went ahead and threw one away. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But if you're trying to clamp it down, and you've got... Let me show you what you've got. See if you've got this lot. Let me just pull that off there a minute. So I went and put these together. I haven't fastened them up yet. But if you're trying to clamp that down squarely on the chassis, on the plug flats, if your plastic is too low, might not matter. It might not matter actually. It might not matter because they are lower. These are smaller than these anyway, so these will hold it the right spacing. Yeah, so it might not matter. So it's not, might not be that crucial because it's being held by this. So I went ahead and put all the brass inserts in this morning, and I went ahead and made these PCBs. And I've got these PCBs here. They're not really circuit boards, they're copper clad, but they're made out of circuit board. So it's copper, so it's conducting. It'll conduct. So anyway, I need to assemble one together. I need to assemble this first. So I think I'm going to do that. And put the screws together if I can work out which ones go where.
The usual suspects, I suppose you could call them. But most of those are all kind of.
So this is a complete new one. The other one, the old one, is here. And there's some changes made. So there's the whole one, but it's all old stuff. I'm going to strip that down and convert it to this one. So what I need to do now is just fasten this down with the screws. Yeah, I'm going to use, let's find some decent screws.
I guess that I don't know whether that actually goes where the...
This is G7UIV. Wireless X, not connected.
I don't know the answer
I need to order a load of screws as well because when I've worked out what I need, let's just get some screws. So I need just quite a few.
When there's bad weather, maybe not enough sun, solar or something else, I don't know. Back to you.
I've got to find the
G7UIV 4MUV. Yeah, I'm not sure how those repeaters are operated, but yeah, it's still pretty glossy.
It's alright, okay, that's it.
Obviously Clear Hill's
it's the pink one.
far more elevated than what I am.
So I'm going to fasten these in.
Rain most of the morning.
I've got to work out which ones are the holes and which ones aren't the holes.
But goodness knows what it's like up on Clear Hill.
So it looks like
it's going to be pretty grotty.
Yeah, so it looks like these are the holes.
As I say,
so I'm going to be putting these together.
The town are through a couple of nodes.
Before I do that, I really ought to put in the stop on it. So let's just
going through those two nodes.
Stop doing that,
So
will it?
clearly they're
Yeah, just
working.
got to put the stop fixing
Not
in
to
it.
worry. Yeah, I think we've really got two backbones, haven't we? The east and the west.
Just
One
dropping
through
stuff
London,
everywhere.
and then one through routing its way up through Clee Hill and up towards Birmingham and
That's it. So I'll just put a little. You can't see because my seat has gone lower.
we need some redundancy, I think.
So you couldn't see.
It is what it is.
Alright, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Anyway, right. I'll put it back over to.
Oh, that's a Phillips, so that's not going to go with that.
I have responded to a couple of your messages, and I think you probably responded to a couple of
So
mine.
I'm
But
just going to fasten
it's
this in
very,
here.
very flaky. It really is. I do have to rely on the mesh rank really for clarification from G4MUV.
Right, I need the pliers. Anyway, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to assemble it to see if it will conduct.
Yeah, I do ping a little message in the Reddit channel,
If it will actually.
group channel, whatever it is, now and again.
Right, so that's the
On off
stop.
chance, but I think we sort of proved that it's
I've got a lot of stuff going on here. So let's put that back together.
There are certain people, you know, further away than you that I think get, you know, frequently.
Right.
Maybe they're more active. I don't know. I think you said you've got another channel that you use, haven't you? A private one. So
Let's work out which one is which.
On the public channel.
Right, here we go.
0PVN in south-west Birmingham, up on high ground at the Leaky Hills, just listening by for any call. M0PVN up on high ground, south Birmingham.
It is very loud.
425, any station call. Please QSY 425, thanks.
I think he's only got his companion.
I think I've had him on before.
And so I'm finding it difficult to connect the area vice versa. Whereas when he was using his repeater, I think that was actually another gateway into the town. But he does something, and I haven't managed to contact.
Alright, let's get this together. Let's see if we've got to alter the ball bearing. Because this is the right size for the PCB if we go ahead and order them. I want to make sure this thing works before we do all this. I'll just back them off a tiny bit. It's got to be able to work. There's no point ordering PCBs if this idea doesn't work.
I'm not seeing.
We'll fit the base first. It'll be nice if it conducts
Going on there. Back to you.
without issue. It'll be nice. Would be nice if it will conduct. I mean, this kind of stuff's not that expensive anyway. But I think once you get above a certain amount, it starts getting expensive. So I'm just going to fasten. I'm just going to tighten these as best as I can get them without going crazy.
There is a QSO ongoing, but you're more than
And
welcome.
hopefully
More than welcome
it'll
to join
touch
the
and
Waste
conduct.
G7RPG. Go ahead.
Just going to go around again. I just want to fasten them
Yeah, sorry about that.
without squashing
Just
the PCB.
radio for apologies for butching in. From Golf 7 November.
Okay, so with so far so good on the bottom. We could do.
Sorry about that. Let me try
Just
again.
get
Yeah, okay, Dave, no problem. Well, it's
the
certainly
knob
working
off.
alright.
Oh, did I actually?
Just fine.
Hang on, I was about to do something, wasn't I?
Seems to be working okay.
Right, so
Steve,
yeah, so one of the lines was short, but maybe it doesn't matter. So I want another one of those knobs. So
in his shack at the moment, I think he can get.
let's get another one of them on the go. And did it come out okay? It's okay, but it's not brilliant, but it's okay. Right, splice the plate.
But he hasn't got the
Let's just do it.
cable
Print
to
the
go
plate.
from the U.FL or IPEX, whatever, to either SMA or
Get that
SMA
printing while
to,
we're Let's carry on assembling this.
Type female that needs to go to the area. Anyway, the TLDR is he's waiting for some.
Oh, the last episode had a lot of views. I don't know why. About 3 hours later, I looked at it and there was like 100 odd views. I'm thinking, what is going on?
He's only got the companion.
Anyway, we'll let that carry on for a bit.
Up and running yet. So he's obviously relying on other people in the
right. So take the top off.
I have a good route.
What I've got to do.
That repeater you just mentioned actually. So that was probably why we haven't seen it.
So widen the shaft on the last one.
Oh, well, I'm sure he'll pop up eventually.
What I've got to do is just try the lid on. Try the copper lid on. So one of these on here.
The Yardie.
Make sure it's lined up. I've just got to see if I can actually turn it.
To reinforce my link between
so
Paul, which may be
I use
Terry, but it swings around.
Just screw this in.
I mean, I'm
gonna have to take it out again to put solder the wire on.
I suppose I'll turn him like a.
What I'm trying to do is just see if it'll actually click.
With an omnidirectional antenna on it. But point the beam at Paul.
Because we've got a nice PCB. And we've altered the shaft somewhat. We're going to make sure there's not too much play in the shaft. And make sure we can still turn the thing. If not, we're going to have to alter one of the parts on the shaft. But this is the first time, if this works, continuity wise. We can do some checks on the continuity. Now, these are all fastened up and down, up and down. So we might have to loosen them and tighten, and then tighten them up in a certain way. So I don't know. We'll try it by default first, just by screwing it together. See what we've got.
It arrived last week.
Oh, and some of these I haven't fitted in. I've put no fixings in yet. The other two next to it hold it in. I've run out of fixings, otherwise I would have put the fixings on.
And you can kind of see it dip down, and it's the sort of classic U shape, and with a bit of a wobble at the bottom, and then back up again.
Yeah, so there's that to worry about as well. I need to order the right length fixings.
It works, and it works really well.
What I'm trying to do is just see if we've got continuity. See if this idea actually works.
The McGill 60B, one of those
just give them a good tighten.
I don't know, it's about 50 centimetres long, a Zeiss or something. 5.5, I think that's meant to be.
Right, that's tighten without too much. So we got the final thing.
My homemade J-pole.
Well, not the final thing, prototype. I'll put this on now, this lid.
Followed by
so I've got the lid on. Now, can it be turned? Yeah.
The McGill was the next best. Then the Paradar,
it's a stop.
And that Zeiss thing was rubbish. I couldn't get anything on that.
No, it's not quite lined up on the stop for some reason.
So I've got a pole. Put the thing on the top of the pole.
That one is.
Crouch down. Do my ping test and what have you.
That one isn't. I wonder why that is.
And the J-pole hanging from a bit of string was by far the best.
Can't actually see what's going on there.
Beats all of them, Steve, by quite some.
It's not going up onto it.
So if you've got a specific thing you want to hit,
that one's okay there.
Then I think the beam's the way to go. Back to you.
Anyway, it's not going all the way around. I'm not quite sure why.
Yeah, G4M UV returning. Yeah, as I say,
so
it's debatable at the moment whether to reinforce the link between myself and Paul. Or
so what I'll do a bit of a test. So I'm going to just switch it like that. I'm going to get my meter and find out if these frames, the shield side of these SO239s, are ground against these bits. That's what I'm trying to do today.
I think I'm probably going to get one anyway. Now,
that's what I want to do today.
Looking at the screenshot that you sent me, it looks as though it's an N-type connector on the end.
See if we've got continuity.
I think it's a short length cable, isn't it?
That's it. Should have continuity between there and there, top and bottom. So how do I check this out now?
Anyway, okie dokie,
I can just hold. Right.
I'll see if I can go for the same
How am
unit.
I going to do this? I'll put that onto the...
Peter,
I'll tell you what, I'll put one onto that screw there.
A cable.
You can't see. One onto that screw, which is the stop, which is fastened to the bottom.
On top of the box in the loft, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So,
hold it as well, like
take a look
that.
at that.
See if we got,
see where we go from
continuity there.
But
there,
as I say,
there,
it's all good fun.
there,
Anyway,
there.
Peter, I better get off.
So I'm checking the SO239s.
After dinner, so I better get in.
I can't actually believe it.
Before I end up in the doghouse from G4.
I can't believe it. We've got continuity, and that was the first. Just by tightening up normally. I'm going to try it from the other side. Now this is the frame ground continuity.
Order that you need signing off, Steve. Well, I can recommend that beam. I guess they're all the same. I'd got the seller to send me a link to the one that he purchased, and I bought the same thing.
So I suppose if it didn't get the top, it would get it from the bottom.
I'm torn.
And the ones that got the top, they transfer through the connector panels on the SO239 down to the bottom, so they're crisscrossing and making it all work. Right. Okay, now I haven't got the coil wired up, and I'm not quite getting all the way there on that one. If I go back, I'm getting that one okay, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there, so we're going to have a look at that. So this almost can be used, almost. Right, so I'm glad about that. So that was a good one.
So I think I need to experiment.
Right, okay.
I've ordered 2 more actually, Steve.
So that's good news.
One from mine that we struggled to get anything from his place.
But I need to know why it won't go over there.
On his roof at the moment.
And when it's together, I mean, obviously the PCB is pushing down on it.
He only really turns it on every couple of days.
So I wonder what's stopping that. I can't tell.
Not sort of holding out too much hope.
Can't see what's stopping that. Let's just see if the if it fits onto the stepper motor.
If it works really well. So at that sort of money, you know.
I think we just go like that.
Well, I'll have to. Well, I'll potentially have 3 of them. At least I can talk to myself. Maybe I'll point one at the south and one at the north. I don't know.
Okay, so then you can fasten that onto there.
One beam pointing at Butler, make a splitter. You know.
Yeah, that's turning with a stepper motor now.
One beam in north and one beam in south.
I haven't put any grease on it.
Now there's the thought.
I suppose we could fasten it up and see if it works.
Anyway, good to speak to you, Steve.
Let's put some fasteners on it.
Keep in touch and speak to you soon. G4MUV, G7UIV.
So this stepper motor add-on can just wind itself in.
Yeah, G7RPG, G4MUV returning. Yes, okay, Peter. There is another contender in the town.
So
we're
getting there.
He's only got a companion at the moment, and I'm reaching him on one hop.
We are getting there.
There's a whole line of them. It's called the Ridgeway, or Ashford Bank,
you only need 2 fixings really to hold the bottom on, but
there seems to be a bit of a line.
we've allowed for 4.
There's a pattern going on, and there's one chap, Mac.
So I'm thinking.
But I don't think he's actually got a repeater at the moment. But,
so the PCB idea works.
His companion with one hop.
Now, does it work over time though?
He may be a really good contender.
How would it work over a period of time?
But, it's all dynamic, and you know, things are changing. And,
you know, after all,
things are changing quite rapidly.
I suppose, yeah,
it's all good. Okay, Peter,
depends on the plating.
And I'll talk to you soon, G4MEV.
On the PCB.
Okay, yes, Steve. Yeah, all copied. I've just zooming in on the map now, actually, onto to Redditch.
So I'm just going to tighten them up.
Through the various repeaters and what have you there. Cheerios, G7RPG, now off and clear.
So you should be able to wire this up and see if it'll go as well.
Yeah, 7 please, mate.
Although I've tried that before. But I haven't oiled it. Not lubricated the bearings. We've got all the bearings in there. Oh, it's actually split. Right, so it's actually split there. So I think I must have bottomed out. Yeah, I've bottomed out on the.
I've got a very quick question with regards to.
Yeah, the spindle's actually bottomed out into the. So let's just undo this top a minute.
It shuts down. I'm assuming
I've got just loosen them off a bit. I think I've bottomed out.
We got enough onto just to turn itself back on. I've got myself a little solar panel and whatnot now. I'm thinking about really good thing apart, but I am worried that if it runs out of power, it will put it up someplace high. I have to charge the battery up and then climb up the ladder and turn it back on again, which is a bit inconvenient. Am I right in thinking that, or is there like a solution out there?
This is why we make prototypes, to find out.
When they run out of power. Just a quick one.
Okay.
I won't keep you for long. Over to you. CQ2 meters. This is Mike 0 Papa.
Oh, actually goes all the way now.
0 PV.
Goes all the way.
Portugal Victoria November.
Yeah.
Calling from high ground in south-west Birmingham, listening on 425.
It's actually lifted it up a bit.
Please QSY station 425. We'll catch you there. QSY 425 M0 PVM.
Right.
Thanks. And hello, by the way.
So we've got the stops in. So we've got the stops in there. There's no lubrication on it, so we could put a bit of lubrication on it. Now they're too tight. They've started to split along the edge.
Yeah, coming through on.
Can you see there?
Hopefully it's a bit better.
Started to split.
Yeah,
now I think the shaft, steel shaft, bottomed out inside inside there. Bottomed out. Unless that one's a different length to the other one that was modelled on. But I have shrank it, haven't I? So I need to see whether we can avoid it bottoming out. So I'll go back to the model. Oh, that's finished, so that's fine. So let's just have a look at this. Let's just remove all this chassis. SO239s, fixings.
Okay, James, yeah.
Let's go X-ray mode.
I understand the question now. Well, I think the trick is to never allow
According to that,
to
we
run
haven't
out.
Bottomed out.
So if your batteries are running out, then you
So
haven't
if
got
we
enough
bottomed
solar.
out,
I think you need to budget for 2 days of complete darkness, which is unlikely to happen because I mean even the little panel
let's just
I've got,
open this up a bit.
which is well, I think you've seen it, haven't you?
Maybe
About,
there was something
A5
to take out, waffle
that's
wise.
too big really, because the battery really never goes below about 85%. Even when we've had days when we've had just rain and grey skies,
So I'm not
even
sure about
is
that.
enough to keep the battery charged. So there is the rack wireless board has got some kind of
I've got a feeling
external
we've
circuitry
bottomed out.
in it which detects
Now,
low
if I
voltage
put this
situation,
together with
and that can
not the right spacer. No, I put it in with the right spacer.
If your battery voltage drops below 3 volts or something, which you don't.
Anyway, so we've got to think.
Because, you know,
this is what happens when you 3D print that way round.
Then it can restart the controller. But I think
so that was fastened down. It was pushing the lid up.
And needing you to push the reset
button. So it pushed the lid up.
Again, I think you need to budget for more battery, so that you never get to you can never get into a state where you've got a low voltage.
So let's just tighten it up a bit. Yeah. Just tighten it till it goes hand tight again.
Yes, Peter. I'm coming through on the node again now, so let me know if I am breaking up.
Still able to turn it?
Yeah, of course. The companion device I've got, it's literally just plugging into the board, so it's got a bit of underbolt protection, if I understand correctly. These Helltech V3s, so it shouldn't allow.
Just feel that, yeah, that's okay. Right, let's just see if we've got continuity. Yeah, it's splitting apart there. You can see it there, splitting apart.
Too aggressive. Maybe
just make sure we've got continuity. Right.
It's lasting about a day and a half.
Bit of an impromptu.
Before it shuts down.
An impromptu
Is a little bit below
live stream.
What you suggested, which should be about 2 days worth. However, that's the client device I've got. So I've actually got a Helltech V4 in bits at the moment.
So what's going on here?
And I've got some, weatherproof plastic box. And I've brought a
got no continuity now.
5-volt solar panel.
Oh well, between them.
To plug into the outside security cameras. So I'm going to give that a try with the V4.
No, because I was touching the plastic.
I've got to assemble the thing.
Hang on, I've got to touch the copper.
And the idea is to get that above the roof line and have it in repeater mode, so we can get some coverage down here in this black spot of the valley.
Yeah, so we haven't got anything continuity. Got no continuity on the top. On the top plate, because now we're the stepper motor's pushed it right up. So we need to address those issues. Yeah, we need to address that. Possibly I've.
G7RPG. Okay, James. Yeah, certainly.
I
if you're
think
going to
what
go
happens
solo,
is the
I
shaft.
probably wouldn't recommend those
Now I've
boards,
separated it. I need to include some spacing. There is no spacing there.
They are not particularly.
Anyway, so let's see if we've done what we wanted to do on the thumbnail.
NRF based.
Yeah, we've put the CNC'd PCBs on. It seems to work. Apart from
there are some firmware changes, and if you have a
split
look around
the pressure
GitHub
has
and the dev channel,
split it like that.
Some of the
So
commit
the split
notes, you'll notice that there's
there.
quite a bit of fiddling around with the power saving feature.
So it's basically the
in the ESP
pushing.
they're basically
These fixings are pulling down, and this. When I tighten this up, it's pushing up, and it's split it.
The MCU effectively.
So I'm going to work out what I need to do.
For like small sleep
Let's
cycle.
split it there
Wakes up
and there.
Pulls any data that's stored in a buffer.
Yeah.
From the.
Of course, you could glue that again, but
the LoRa module. And then obviously
that's what happens when you print like that, round and round and round, layer by layer.
You reduce the current consumption.
Anyway,
Nordic microcontrollers.
We've got the PCBs that seemed to work before I started putting this on and forced it open. Right. Anyway, I think that's going to be it. I've got to get some lunch or something. Late lunch. So anyway, that's a quick one.
3,000 milliamp hours, I'd probably say is on the low side.
Alright, so I'll catch you on the next one when I work out what's gone wrong.
That should be
This PCB idea though is okay. So I could carry on with that, but I need to work out,
Even today,
try and work out where the problem is. So this shaft is either longer than the one I modelled. When I modelled this one.
Request status.
Just have a look.
Oh, this is going to time out now.
It is actually small.
Oh no, here we go. Battery 87%. So.
Yeah, so anyway, I've got some working out to do, so anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation. That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.